How's it, guys? I'm just going to be running through our CT and T plans for bar rounds only on cash. Now the names I'm going to be mentioning holding certain positions aren't necessarily the team that I'm going to have for every game. They're just the first names that come to my mind. For like, don't take it personally. It's just the first names that come to mind. So I'm going to start on CT side. CT, I'm going to have two guys going A, one guy going mid, two guys going B. Two guys going A is going to be myself and Inferno, Bash is going mid, and then Porky and Rhaegar are going B. Two guys going A, one's going to be an AWP, I'm going to be AWPing, Inferno you're going to be rifling, Bash you're going to be rifling mid, and then Porky and Rhaegar are going to, Porky's going to be AWPing, and Rhaegar is going to be using a rifle. If you can't afford two AWPs, then I'm rather going to have the AWP on A and then have Porky with a rifle on B. So let's start off with A. So A, the smoke needs to go down every single round. So either I'm going to throw it or you're going to throw it, Inferno. Either way, it doesn't matter. So you come up here to the truck, you aim for this part of this little symbol,
throwing smoke,
and boom, it's going down. Then myself as an AWPer, I'm going to come hold this angle over here, and all I'm doing is I'm looking for feet, because you can actually see them pass through, especially on 128 tick servers. You can see them pass through, and I can just take off their heads or whatever I need to do. Inferno, you're going to have a rifle, and you're going to be holding here. You're just holding squeaky, protecting yourself from anything coming from A main. Holding squeaky, shooting it through, making sure no one's going to be pushing out squeaky. Okay, let's go to the guys at B. Porky, your default AWP angle is here. You're just holding this angle, taking a shot if you need to, trying to get a kill with people crossing, or just, you know, if there's a lurker, taking him out, so it doesn't matter. Rhaegar, if Porky's holding there with an AWP, you should be here with a Molotov just in your hand waiting. And if he takes a shot, whether he hits or misses, throw it at Molly, because you want to make sure they're not crossing over. And then you can just take out your rifle and you can play a headshot, or you can come on here and you just support Porky as much as possible. Use your utility, use your flashes, smoke it off if you need to. Just use your utility very, very wisely. Now Porky, often you'll get a smoke that blocks off this area here. So if a smoke does come in from the opposition and blocks you off here, you can just push the smoke, look for a single kill, and then fall back. After you get that kill, or as soon as you take a shot, fall back. And then Rhaegar, it's up to you to hold sight. And Porky's going to be coming back up here, flashing through for you, trying to help you. He's going to be mollying certain parts so they can't push you from all sides. And then as a team, we're going to try to retake the site as much as possible. Try to break them up, make it 1v1s as much as possible. Okay. And then here at mid, Bash, you still got, like I said, you're going to be rifling. So every single round, you need to be coming through here with the smoke,
throwing smoke,
and smoking off garage. You're playing for info now here. You're not actually looking for kills. So it's up to you how you want to look for info. You can be looking through info through shoulder peeking like this, looking up there, up to you, or you can be just like, you know, jump spotting, looking over there, seeing anything. If you are getting pushed, you're just throwing a molly down, throwing a flash, falling back. All that's happening is just making sure that you're not pushed and you're not dying, because you're not useful dead. Like, you can give up mid control on that cache pretty well and still have a lot of control of the map. Mid is not too important on cache. It's not like maps like Mirage or Dust where mid control is quite vital. Right. Okay. So going back to some cool things we could do is that if you are being pushed, we want to help the guys out as much as we can at vents. So what's going to happen is either myself or Inferno, whoever has a smoke, is going to fall back. Bash is going to come and hold A main. And then I'm going to watch highway with the AWP. Or, you know, whoever doesn't have the smoke is going to watch smoke is going to watch highway. Then you can come into this area. Aim for this thing over here. Go straight up to the second thing. Go a bit to your right. Run and throw. What that's going to do, it's going to smoke all vents. So if they do have some mid control, it's not just easy for them to push through and jump down. It's just helping out the guys at B. It's like giving them some more time. It's breaking up the opposition. They don't have all the information in the world. Porky, one thing you can do to mix it up every now and then, just to have a little bit of aggression to keep the other team on their toes. So I think you should do this about 2 to 3 times per half on CT. You're coming down here. If you have the best spawn from CT spawn, you don't need to flash. But if you don't, you can just pop flash, take the shot. That pop flash is actually quite useless. I'm sorry. You should be pop flashing like this. And then taking a shot. Right. All of you back yourself, just peek out. Rhaegar, if he is going to get aggressive, you should be ready to refrag as quickly as possible. So if he dies, you're just coming out of your rifle and you're going, just shooting them. Bah, 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 bah. Nothing too difficult, right? Okay. On A side, there's also a aggressive thing we could be doing. So we know we're throwing that smoke down over here. It's just giving us quite a nice amount of control. And because I can see their feet, I can tell you whether they've gone across or not. So if no one has crossed, then Inferno, you're just going to come from here, come in with your smoke. As soon as that smoke fades, you're lining it up and you're throwing. Then I'm going to flash for you like this. Boom. You're peeking. You've seen if anyone's around. If there's not, just throw him on you against the wall. And then I'm going to come through and throw him on you deep. And what that does is it forces everyone in here to either push us or forces them to push back. If there's no one there, then we have the whole of A main control, and we know it's either a mid or B. If that is so, then Inferno or my staff will just hold A main. We have a lot of control of the map that way, and we've taken a lot of map control and the ability just to execute on a site from the T side. So that's actually a pretty good idea. Bash, one thing you can do if you do feel like getting a little bit aggressive, if they start realizing what you're doing, if they start nading you and stuff like that, what you can do is just throw the smoke and literally just rush them with a shotgun. Come here, get a frag, watch there, just make sure that you're not dying for no reason. Get a kill, get 2 kills, just keep them on their toes so they're not just constantly bombarding you with nades and stuff. Porky and Rhaegar, if you guys don't have an AWP on this side, because sometimes we won't be able to afford a double AWP setup, then you guys just need to find a way to be able to hold it from sight, use the utility properly. On CT side, remember we're using our utility reactively, so when the other team is throwing flashes, then we use our Molotovs and our smokes to keep them from pushing, and so on and so forth. A lot of times what's going to happen is that teams are just going to push us for no reason from T side. So what you need to do as CTs is just let them come into our crosshair, use our utility properly from the like molly bomb sites, so on and so forth. Make sure that they don't have an easy plant and kill them as they rush into our crosshairs. Okay, cool. Now to swap over to T side. Cool, T side. Alright, now T side, there's very specific executes and things that need to happen. There is a mid execute, there is an A execute, and there are about 2 B executes. Alright. So we also have a default, and default is pretty much what we do if I'm not calling something. So what needs to happen is the AWPer is coming over here, holding this angle here. Okay, just making sure there's no one's getting aggressive towards here. Then we have a rifle. He's going to be holding here, right, or here, whatever. Just making sure the people squeaky aren't getting aggressive. One person mid, holding mid from this angle over here, looking for headshots. And then two people B, one holding here, and then another one holding here. So what you're doing is creating a crossfire, you're baiting in, you're falling back, and then that guy can just take him out. So you're just creating a little bit of a crossfire. That is a default. And then you not, and for defaults, do not use any utility. Utility is so important for T-side. Okay. So now let's start with the first execute. This is going to be a execute, right? So I'm going to call, okay, we're going to do an A execute at this time. So what happens is I come over here, let's make that off. But you guys are already in, two people, the entry fragger and refragger are already here. They're smoking off this section over here. The refragger, boom, Molotov, and then there's going to be two more people. The AWPer, who's probably going to be Porky. You're going to open, and the only place where they can be, that Molotov will still be there, is going to be Heaven. So you're looking for the kill at Heaven. If there's no one there, then it's quite simple. You're coming out with your molly, or molly off back of sights, because remember the smoke is down. Molly off back of sights, and then the person who's supporting you is probably going to be Rhaegar, who's mollying over there. I'm going to be coming in last, because I've got to throw that smoke from down there. So that means Inferno and Bash are going to be entry fragging from A main. Inferno, you're going to entry frag, and Bash, you're going to be refragging. So the AWPer actually takes first contact, because Rhaegar is going to open this door for Porky, and Porky is going to try to AWP the guy up on Heaven. And the smokes are going to be here, down. And the molly over there. So once Porky finds that kill, has a shot, you guys peek out. This molly should be close to finishing. And then you guys are taking forklift control. And you're looking for fights, you two. You're playing for frags and refrags. Okay. Then the other two, Porky, you're an AWPer, so you can just hold from here. Try to take any shots from the guy's truck as the smoke fades. And then myself and Rhaegar are going to push through the smoke, or as the smoke fades, we're going to try to plant the bomb over here. Boom, right here. And then we just play good post-plant positions. If it's planted there, you guys can hold from here, you can hold from here. Like, post-plant positions really aren't that hard. You just be very thoughtful. Okay. Now we're going to be going for the mid-execute. Mid-execute is actually quite simple. We're throwing a simple mid-smoke. That's going there. Okay, I fucked up the mid-smoke. That's a bit embarrassing. There we go. And if there is a mid-execute, that is the only time. Mid-executes are the only time when our AWPer gets boosted. And when he gets boosted, we're throwing two flashbangs for him. That one, waiting a little bit. Letting them look back up here, because obviously as the flash comes, they're going to look away. Then they're going to look back. And that's when we throw another one. And that's when the AWPer jumps up and looks for the kill. Boom. We get some mid control. If he gives us the all clear, then another person can come up and jump down. And two people are going to push through here, while one person is watching for the flank from B. Because people like to get aggressive on B, and we need to make sure that no one is flanking us. Okay, cool. That flank position is, that lurker position is going to be Rhaegar's like Rhaegar's position. Porky, you'll be AWPing, and everyone else will just be playing support, entry fragging. It's whoever's closest or whatever. Don't on a mid execute. There's no real defined roles. You just have to be very organic. So as you peek through, use your molly. Molly at the back. Try to get him out. That smoke is going to start clearing. Molly at the back of start. Molly at the back of Z. Check sandbags, because people like to hide sandbags, and then we can decide, okay, are we going to go highway, are we going to go through vents, or are we going to go through Z? Another thing, one last thing before I forget about a mid take, we always have to shoot open vents, because if we don't want them to know we're going out, so if we shoot open vents, then all of a sudden you could think they're going to call, okay, vents are broken, and they don't know if people are pushing through or whatever, and it's just going to slow down the rotation. Cool. Now we have our B execute. So the B execute is quite simple. The entry fragger, which is Inferno, it's going to come here, and you're smoking off, just like, so the AWPer can't peek us. You're smoking off the AWPer so you can't peek us. Then I'm coming here, shooting out that, throwing down this smoke. And then, as soon as you guys tell me you're ready, I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, flash. And then, on the second flash, Inferno, Rhaegar, and Inferno, Rhaegar, and Bash. You're going to be pushing through here, taking fights, Molotoving, Heaven, you know, simple B execute things, getting the bomb down, clearing sight. The person I didn't mention over here was, sorry, who did I mention? Was Porky. Porky, you're the AWPer, so you're going to be coming in like last. You're going to just be coming into checkers. You're making sure you aren't getting flanked from vents, and they're going to be planting for you. So you're holding here. You're holding here, as if the person peeks out, you're taking out. You just need to make sure you've got space, because AWPers, you know, being close is not very comfortable. Like, it's not ideal to have an AWPer playing close combat, so I'd rather have you in checkers holding different flanks. And then myself, I'll either come help you guys if you need it, or if you guys get the kills, I'll just be watching behind over here. And then the last execute is the mid vent execute. So with this one, what's happening is you're going to have Rhaegar coming over here. You are going to be aiming for this part. So you're here against this thing. You're aiming for that top part of the window, and you're going a little bit to your left, and you're throwing a smoke. And then you're going to have myself aiming for that part of the window over there. And then we're coming through, you're mollying, you're flashing, and then Inferno and Bash are going to entry frag through here. And you're coming down through vents. Then those two guys are going to go through vents. Porky, you're already going to be coming, you're already going to be here. You're already holding this angle over here with a flash. And if we have doing a B execute, it's preferable that you don't have an AWP, right? You're holding here, and then you're doing a middle click throw. So you're holding both the left and right click. You're just doing a small little walk. And all you're doing there is you're flashing the guys off the angle, and you're holding anyone coming from heaven. So you're trying to take out the guy heaven, and those two guys who are pushed down, you're clearing checkers. You're smoking off the cross. And then once the cross is smoked, and you molly heaven from here without actually peeking out from sides, then all three of you push out together. You're taking A. Myself and Rhaegar are going to be coming in as quickly as possible. to come support you guys in refrag, but there is going to be a little bit of a delay. So that means you three, Inferno, Bash, and Porky have to be in sync perfectly to take the starts, and then myself and Rhaegar will be watching the flanks. Okay. That is our mid vents, or our mid B execute. So just remember those names. We have a default. Remember the default. We have an A execute, a mid execute, a B execute, and then a mid B execute. So just remember your roles. Zatu, I know I didn't give you any specific role, but whoever's not there, you're going to be able to have to fit in with there. Lion, if we need you for a sub, same thing, you need to fit into wherever possible, so you guys need to know the roles of everybody. Yeah, I like on cash, it's very, very difficult to play a set routine. You have to be very organic and play a very fluent style of CS. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.